Okay, gonna run through these cards for the pre-screening submission off to PSA. Starting off with Jamar Chase. See this guy getting a 9 to 10 horizontal print line on the top edge, I believe. Can't remember whether it was on the back or the glare and lighting's going to be a little funny, but I won't go waste time searching for all the imperfections and everything, but more so get through these cards real quick. George Kittle, green camo out of 15. See this getting a 9 to 10. Minor scratches top middle I had. I think like right above the logo there was some. Not going to be able to see with the sleeve and card saver. I was about to say top loader, but definitely not a top loader. A lot of these cards may be off-centered, and I'm just sending them in regardless. We'll kind of get to some of those. And as we know how difficult centering is with Prism, it's either more PC like this guy, or I think they might have a shot within centering. Green Trey Lance, what I have on this, a solid 9 most likely. There's lint stuck on like the top layer over here, I remember. And what else do I have? Horizontal print lines above knee, scratch to the left of Trey. You're not going to be able to see probably any of that besides just the dust and stuff that's on these. So a 2021 Mosaic Jalen Waddell. It's the reactive orange. And I have, let's see, my notes on the side, I have this actually gemming. Back horizontal print lines above helmet, back off center to the left. So I have some print lines going across, and the back is off to the left, centering wise. This N on the number, and you can go by like the NFL logo. They're closer to the edge than, for instance, this NFL PA logo and the Panini. So it's kind of one way to dial in centering on the back. There's many others, but I don't know if they're going to hit me. If they obviously hit me for that centering, it'll be a 9. But for the most part, I think I have this gemming out. A McCole Hardman 2019 Phoenix. It's an RPA out of 25. And I actually have this gemming as well. This is a thicker card. We're going to see how this guy does. Thicker cards I do put in top loaders just because the card savers, or semi-rigid I should be saying, are not living up to much of the justice when it comes to saving and preserving these thick cards. I'd rather just keep it in a top loader. If it is already in a sleeve, I'll normally just leave it if I can see enough, because basically with these thick cards, the more and more you keep on taking them in and out of sleeves, the more dinged up these edges get, and they are very sensitive, as we know, with thick cards like this. So that's how I'm running it. And the issues I possibly have coming up on this is clean edges, obviously what I just talked about, but possibly getting damaged, or some damage that I kind of overlooked. But other than that, it seemed like centering could be an issue too, now that I'm thinking of it. I'm not quite sure centering on these. So that is the only thick point card that I have. A 2020 Donruss Michael Pittman bronze auto, and this one I have hitting a 9, minor nicks to the left of football, holding elbow, numerous subtle horizontal print lines on back. So I guess there's something to the left of that elbow, and then there was print lines on the back here. These cards are going to obviously maybe look either worse or better when they're in these semi-rigids, but yeah, these are dialed in underneath the microscope a little bit for myself. Not the microscope, just kind of the zoom lens. But Continuing on, a 2020 mosaic of Michael Pittman, rookie scripts, auto. And I have this gemming 10. So minor nicks to left of football. Maybe this was... Yeah, I think I screwed those up. I had this one, nicks, indents, front to right of helmet. To the right of helmet, shoulder pad area. Okay, that's right. There was a whole bunch of nicks kind of up in this area right here. So anyways, back on this was the minor nicks to the left of football, holding elbow, numerous subtle, horrible horizontal print lines on back. Can't speak. I'm trying to read my notes off to the side here, and they're very small prints, like reading 2021 names of Topps flagship last year in baseball. Didn't see anything. A 2018 Prism DJ Moore auto. I have this hitting 9 to 10. Centering, who knows on this. I've seen centering hit 10s, where I think it's natural for this centering to be smaller on the border than the left side border, if I recall. But regardless, 9 to 10, small white corner back, bottom right. See, you can probably see it down there. Let me actually zoom in and help, because you can see it a whole lot better that way. So that's pretty much all I could see of it getting docked. I don't think I found too much wrong with that guy. A 2018 Cortland Sutton blue laser, and I have this a 9 dimple front right high of lead knee and then edge wear. So there was a dimple somewhere over in this area. Oh, there it is. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Yeah, you can actually through the semi-rigid. So right in the middle of, right there on the glare line in the middle of my thumb, there's a dimple. Pretty hard to see, but you can probably see it if you know what you're looking for. Right there in the middle of that glare. Anyways, like I said, I'm not going to go over too much of the issues, but green Pulsar auto of Cortland Sutton. This I have hitting a 9 rough back bottom right corner. So that's what I'm going to call a rough right back bottom right. Even the left almost looks, but that right, it's got some whitening. So that's basically these cards are getting dinged up, it seems like, on the same corner. So I have this hitting a 9 due to that issue, but we will see. This was the worst of the two Debos that I have submitting right now in this order. I have thousands of others, not literally thousands, but I've stockpiled on Debo pretty hard, at least on his base. And possible edge wear I have on this. That's pretty much what I came up with. This Debo I think was the better one. I have a gem 10 on this, and I have a dimple to the left of his towel, which I can't see. I do see a dimple, I think, to the left of his calf down there. I'm not quite sure if yeah, you can see it right below his kneecap, on to the left of his calf, right in there. You can see it. Maybe that's the dimple I'm talking about, because I don't see one next to the towel. I was way off on. Let's see, where are we at? Small dimple left towel. That's what I have. Maybe it's so subtle that I can't see with this semi-rigid. 2019 Score Chronicles Gold Zone Auto out of 50. And you might be asking, how is this not going to be over the declared value? Well, I don't see this getting a gem. So I see this possibly getting a 9, possibly hitting an 8. There's quite a few scratches we can see over here. Not that one. It's not a scratch, but let me see if I can try to get it on camera. There's a scratch right in here. I'll try to scratch right there on my fingernail if I went like that, but it's gonna be hard. Yeah, you can kind of see it right there. See it better that way, actually. But there's some other scratches here and there. I think below score, maybe somewhere else. A little roughed up. Got this at a local card show. I like it. That's why I'm sending it in. And regardless of what it gets, I'll be keeping it. So only baseball, 2 baseball. Juan Soto, who knows where this guy's going to end up by the time this video is. Is he going to be in the future staying in Washington, or will he be on a new team? And who knows when I'm going to be getting these cards back. He might even be up for another trade after the season might be over after once I get these cards back. Anyways, got this at a local, not too local, a card show down in Pasco. You might have seen on a previous video. Decided to send it in just to up the value. Probably not many of these are getting graded out of 50. It is a gold crystal ball and a big name, so hence why I thought it looked pretty clean. What do I have on this? 9 to 10 possible edge wear is pretty much all I'm seeing on that guy. A 1998 Scott Rowland. I just peeled the film. I don't like the film on Topps Finest. I like it. I would prefer to have it encapsulated with that off. But if you do like the film, I am sorry, and I have nothing against if you like to fly that way. I think it's all obviously personal preference. But this thing's sharp. If this thing hits a 10, I will probably be out of the declared value of $200. It is out of 500. So it's either going to hit a 9 or 10, I'm assuming. And off center back and back top right corner possible issue there. So yeah, that top right corner there was kind of some whitening edges, just kind of a interesting corner over there. And as you can see, the back, there's pink on this right side. I don't know if you actually can see. There you go, that might help. You can actually see it going down a little bit further into the black here. So off-centered on the right, I'm assuming that's off-centered. I don't know these cards for jack, but that's just me overall looking at them. Now we're going to get into basically some set building from my personal time, and this is one of them, the 2020 and 2021 heroes. I'm trying to complete the rainbow. This is all going to be 2021, not this entire stack, but I'm not sending any 2020 off. We have a, we'll just run through these real fast. I'd have 299 George Kittle, it's the red. A blue out of 249. All of these I have either 9s or 10s. I think the last one, but might be at 9 or 10. Green out of 199. A purple out of 149, and then I stopped. I have some lower than that, but once you start getting into the low grades, the value starts going up. So I just kind of stopped there just to kind of get a baseline so I can basically compare to the cards that I still have possibly to send in. 2021 Rookies and Stars Airborne set. Again, I'm trying to collect this set. Currently, there is a 1 of 1 on eBay. By the time this video is, I will either have purchased this or maybe just forget the set. But that 1 of 1 is something you're always looking for with the rainbow. I have everything besides the green of 5 of these, but I'm just going to send these 3 in. This is the red. Also, again, to get a baseline, this is out of 99. Blue out of 50. And the purple out of 35. And the Airborne set is very near and dear to me personally. I was in the Airborne with the Army, and when I was young, I enjoyed fighter jets. Being Top Gun was my favorite film and wore out probably, oh, I don't know, my parents estimated at least 50 VHS tapes. But that's for another story. Those are the cards for this submission. Thank you for watching.